Hey guys, it's me Rebecca. So today I am here to bring you my September wrap up and to share what I might read in October. This might be the last video of the year that I'm filming in this location as it is starting to get cold. So we'll see where I film my October wrap up. But yeah, the first book I read and finished in September was Wayward by Amelia Hart. This is a multi-generational family story, and there's 3 timelines, each following these 3 women. One, I think in the 1600s, who is being accused of being a witch. One, I think it was like 1900s, who her father hides her in the mansion and is very protective of her. Something happens to her and she's forced to flee to this cottage. And the last is modern day, and it is a woman who is escaping from an abusive marriage, so there is trigger warnings for domestic violence and as well sexual assault, so keep that in mind. And all 3 of these women have some sort of powers that allow them to be very connected to nature, that allows them to use nature to their advantage. So yeah, I liked this book on the most part. I just had a fun time reading it, and yeah, I swear, I have the worst memory ever. Books fade from my memory so quickly that I can only remember my environment. So, but the second book I read in September. Oh, and I forgot, I gave Wayward 4 stars. Second book I read in September was Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is about a woman who has to go to this mansion after her father receives this quite disturbing letter from her cousin who married into this family. And when she gets there, she doesn't really get along with anyone in the family except, I think his name is Francis, something like that. And yeah, she's at odds about the treatment of her cousin, who is ill apparently. But yeah, weird things happen, and yeah, it was quite interesting at times. But I don't know, this book wasn't exactly my cup of tea. It's supposed to be I think a horror or something, but I wasn't scared at all. I just felt it was a fine read. It was just fine. I did like the relationship that was brewing between the main character and someone in his family. I was about to give who it was, but I felt like that would be a spoiler. So yeah, it wasn't exactly my cup of tea. Who I am intrigued to read more by this author. I am especially intrigued by, I think it is The Beautiful Ones she wrote. So yeah, but this one was just a 3-star read. It was fine. The next book I read was Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Cosby. This is about these 2 fathers. One is a white man and one is a black man, who try to solve the murder of their sons who were in a gay relationship. And they were not supportive of their sons' sexual orientation. They were at odds with their sons, and so they do have regrets about that. But and it's really them trying to figure out who killed their sons, why they were killed. It also explores biases they had, about the fact their sons were gay and whatnot, and with the white man in particular and his biases towards black people. And not biases, but he had misconceptions, I guess. So yeah, this takes place in the South, and I thought a lot of things were quite interesting. And I did like this book, and I gave it a 4 stars. The last book I finished in September was The Circus Train by Amita Parka. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. But this is about these 3 people who initially they're on this circus train. From what I understand, the train only serves as a platform for the circus to the public, but it also serves as the living quarters for the performers. And yeah, and this girl, she starts off like she's in a wheelchair because of a childhood illness. I don't remember exactly what it was. It does mention in the book, but yeah, she is very determined, and she is very smart, and she is someone who wants to go to school. Like, she loves science, and also she works with the doctor on this train to try and walk again. The thing with this is, I feel like the title's a bit misleading in a way, because I thought like the entire book was gonna take place on a circus train, but some things happen, and that causes the three main people on this train to kind of be forced to disembark the train to leave the circus. And so the second half kind of this follows like their timelines, and it goes through a range of years, and it is historical fiction. It starts off around World War II, the Holocaust really, so that was an interesting time. And yeah, I don't know, I like this story. It's a fun read. And the last book I read in September, I didn't finish this, but I read the majority of it in September, so I'm just gonna like really talk about my main thoughts here. I might discuss my overall thoughts of this book in October if I remember to do so, but we'll see. But that would be The 13th Tale by Diane Sutterfield. This is about this young woman who is asked by this famous author to be her biographer to tell her story. And this author is known, I guess, to make up lies about her life whenever she's asked by journalists to tell the story of her life. Like, she's never said anything that is, I guess, the truth about the story. And this woman, Margaret, she's quite confused on why this author asked her to be her biographer. Like, she's a very like rookie biographer. I think she only had one piece out. Yeah. And this woman is also confused because she's heard of this author because she's quite well known, but she's never read anything by her. Like, she's someone who loves classical literature, and there is a lot of mentioned and themes that can be found in classic literature in here. So far, I am enjoying the atmosphere. Where I live, we've had some very rainy days recently, and I've been reading this, and I think it's the perfect book to read on a rainy day. Like, it has an amazing atmosphere, so I am enjoying this so far. And yeah, so far I see it as a 4-star read, but we shall see. I think I saw somewhere that this was like similar to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but make it gothic, and I can tell the gothic vibes. Who I've never read Evelyn Hugo, I'm just giving that comparison for those who do want to read it. So yeah. And that's all I've read in September so far. In my October, I guess, TBR so far is, after I finish 13th Tale, I'm definitely going into The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson, which I believe is about this woman who I guess is considered like an outsider in her community, and there is something living in the forest near her community and whatnot. I don't know, but it intrigues me, so yeah, I'm excited to read that. And I'm not sure if I'll actually read this, but so far it's like what my head is telling me to read after I finish The Year of the Witching. And that would be The Shadowland by Elizabeth Kostova. I picked this up at a library book sale, and I'm intrigued to read this because I read The Historian, which is the previous work by this author last year, and I really enjoyed that. But this one seems quite different. It seems like it's about this woman who goes to Bulgaria. She goes to take a taxi and shares it with this like elderly couple, and realizes that one of them, or both of them, they left one of their bags in a taxi behind, and she goes to try and find them to return it to them, and apparently one of the bags contains an urn filled with human ashes. So yeah, I am intrigued to buy this. I did enjoy the writing style of the historian, so yeah, I'm just intrigued to read more by the author. So that is everything I read in September and what I plan to read in October so far. And so yeah, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below telling me what you've been reading recently. If you want to, please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to follow me on any social media, then all those links are in the down bar below. I'll see you guys next time I post a video. Bye.